Welcome everybody, this is the Flying Turk with another review video for you guys. Today we will be taking a look at the PMDG 777F. It has been out for a while, I know I am late. I have this plane for a while in my digital hangar in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I didn't have the time to put out a review. That's why I'm doing it now for you guys. It has gotten a few updates in the meantime, so it's gotten a more stable, a little bit better than the initial release. And like I say, the release was also good for this plane. Since we have the 777-300ER from PMDG, it's hard to mess up, I suppose. But anyways, guys, before we start the review, I've seen on YouTube, on the charts, on the analytics, that a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. I would highly appreciate if you're new to this channel, if you like my content, please subscribe, leave a like, support the channel, and let's grow this channel together and let's make it a better aviation channel, a better simming channel. Because it's like the plane says, moved by people, it's made by people, it's moved by people. It's all done by people. But anyways, let's jump into the review. This is the 777F. We are in the beautiful Qatar Airways cargo livery, and we are at Hamad International Airport in Qatar. As you can see, the Qatar base over here, and there's the beautiful airport. This is a beautiful plane, my friends. Nothing new, if I may say so. We already did 777-300ER. I think this is a little bit bigger than the 200 and a little bit smaller than the 300. It's like in between, or it's the exact same size as the 200. It's one or the other. I don't know exactly, but you can find all that information on Wikipedia or on Google. Just feel free to look it up. But yeah, this is the plane. Very similar to the 300. Like, it's a bit shorter, as you can see. Like, people with a sharp eye will be able to tell. In my honest opinion, this flies a little bit better than the 300 because it's smaller size. If it's loaded up all the way, yeah, it's a little bit more difficult because of the weight, but because of the smaller size, it's a little bit easier to butter, in my honest opinion. But yeah, this is the beautiful plane, as you can see. Let's move into our cockpit. This is the well-known 777 cockpit, nothing new, literally the same thing as the 300ER. Like, you will feel at home in this plane, nonetheless. One thing different, in the cargo variant we don't have a door here, but we have a curtain which opens up. You can walk through it, and as the other ones, there's nothing inside here, but it doesn't bother me that much because honestly it's a freighter. Like, I'm gonna fly it, I'm not gonna play around here. You can open the doors up, which is a nice addition. You can close them back up if I remember where to press. Whoops, we don't want that. I cannot see it anyways. We will figure that out on the EFB. You can open up this tiny door and move into the cargo bay. You can see a lot of packages. There's like a AliExpress package, which is interesting. I think this comes with the livery because the other one has like PMDG boxes, if I'm not mistaken, like the base livery. But I think it's quite funny to see all these AliExpress packages inside the Qatar plane. But yeah, that's how it goes, right? Like, people order stuff, it gets moved from one place to another and to another and to another until it ends up at your doorstep. And it is a bit slow, as you can see, while we're moving through it, but we will eventually get to the end. I like how they've done the netting and the plastic covering, and even the pellets at the bottom. Like, it's very nicely done. You can see the wooden pellets on the bottom as well, and there is a little Easter egg on the back which we're going towards. And I think some of you will notice what we're talking about, like this old school racing car, like an old Formula One car, if I'm not mistaken. And we got the DB7 or Aston Martin there, like from the James Bond movies, the classic James Bond movies. Very beautiful cars. It's lovely to see these additions into a cargo plane because almost always they're flying with a normal cargo and special cargo for the ultra rich, of course. I like how they've used the bands to keep them down. And if you look all the way at the back, it's all the way filled with boxes. Nothing special in the back anymore. One nice addition that they have added into this plane, which I really didn't have to, but look at like these control panels. Like, okay, this one doesn't do anything, but this one over here is functional. You can see armed, opened, closed. You can arm it, you can close it. I don't think it will close now because we don't have power. But yeah, you can do those kind of things. You can unlock, close, name it. You can do all types of stuff. Let's move into here. It's the same deal as a 777-300. Like, you can put the tablet everywhere. Like nothing different. Oh, and this is a livery bay used by Horizon. That explains the boxes as well in the back, because normally it should have PMDG boxes. This is a livery I got from flightsim.to. You download it from there, go into the PMDG op center and put the file in there, and then opa, you have the livery. It's not like other liveries that you put into the community folder, But here we have ground operations, remove chokes, request air start, name it. We don't need that. Let's request all the services on the ground to show you how that looks. You can go to door management and open all of them. You can close all of them, arm all of them, do whatever you like. These are all the ground services. This is like a catering. Well, we don't have passengers, but the pilots on board still need to eat, right? So that's there. We got like the stairs. I love how these stairs look. PMDG did a very nice job modeling these. They're different than the passenger stairs because those are a little bit nicer, a little bit more high quality, if I might say so. And these are a little bit more functional, a little bit lighter, easier. Anyways, the doors is opened up nicely. Engines look absolutely beautiful. I love the A350 by Builds, you know how that looks, but I just love the sheer sight of these massive Trent engines, or General Electric. I don't know which one it was anymore, but I just love to see them. You can see the fuel track connected to the floor. You can see the loader. You can see like a water thingy over here. One should be like for water, and the other one should be like I don't remember. Maybe air conditioning. No, it's not air conditioning. It's something else. Anyways, I forgot. We got the beautiful PMDG maintenance fan here. It's like a Mercedes Sprinter, if I'm not mistaken. But look at all these things, like the rear loader, front loader. It's also very. It's also functional with GSX. Yeah, you can get GSX to load things up and name it. But let's move back in here. Let's close all of them. Let's go to ground services. Let's release everything. You can do maintenance. I've flown it a few times. I did a few rough landings, so you can see that my tires have, well, endured some damage. They're orange. When they get red, they get practically screwed. Let's refill everything. Let's service everything. Replace tires, replace brakes, cool brakes. Opa, there you can see. The ones that are greenish, they're okay. They don't need to be replaced, so they don't do anything. You can also do automated ground ups. I have practically never used this. Not something that I am, well, using because I have GSX, but you can remove chokes. Ground operations, usual deal. You can get to the manuals, to the QR code. Performance tool speaks for itself, same as all the PMDG products. We can go to the electronic flight bag, and we have the beautiful map. You can switch map to the Navigraph map as well. Oh, this is the PMDG map, and this is the Navigraph map. And you can get all these things, altitude profile if you're interested in that. You can do from daytime to nighttime. Nothing different over here. Navigraph charts, general preferences. You can update the nav data through here, but I like doing it through the Navigraph hub. Let's move the tablet down. Let's go to the FMC. Let's go PMDG, panel state. We can do a cold and dark, but I am not gonna mess with that. We're gonna put it to taxi, execute. I just want to show you how this takes off and how this sounds and how it feels. I will put up game volume a little bit for you now so you can hear the beautiful engines roaring in the background. And those were the engines for you guys. I'm putting down the game volume again because it's super loud, I don't want you to get annoyed with the video. You still need to be able to hear me as well. And let's disable parking brake. Normally we should do, We should do pushback, but we're gonna do the Russian pushback. I love how the plane shakes around when you put it into reverse thrust. I gotta say, I've flown the Enebuilds A350. You can see the review on my channel. I posted it yesterday. I'm posting this one as well for tomorrow, or at least for Saturday, the 30th of March. But I prefer how the 73 or 777 handles on the ground more than the A350. I think it just makes a little bit more sense, a little bit more common. I don't know how to pronounce it, how to explain it, or better said, how to express myself. Uh, okay, so this is full flaps for you. This is how that looks. And these will be your spoilers all the way up, so you can see how that works. This looks absolutely beautiful. I don't know what it is with the 777, man, but I like these flaps. Like, they extend downwards so much, and it would make sense with these large engines creating that much thrust, you know, with this body and everything. Oops, I accidentally pressed the parking brakes. Okay, let's put flaps to 5 because that's what we use for takeoff. Guys, it's nothing special if you ask me. Like, if you've seen this 777-300 on YouTube, or if you've flown it, you know, you will feel at home in this plane, nothing different. That's the only bummer for me with PMDG. Like, the products they release are top grade, yes, I know, but they're so expensive. Like, they could have added this like as a like an add-on to the 777-300, made like a package with the 200. You know, I already paid like 77.1.3 dollars, if I remember correctly. 77 and 73 cents. That was, yes. Like, they could have had this like a add-on, you know, like an expansion pack with the 200. But yeah, they've chosen to do it like this. One thing I like about the 777 is that when you move the landing gear, you know, or like when you move left to the right, the rear wheels also turn. I don't know if you can see it here on the video. It's not doing it that much justice, but they move as well. Like, they turn to the left and to the right, just like on the A380, to help it steer, because it's a big plane, it's a heavy plane, it needs assistance from the rear as well to be able to take off or to be able to turn and make those tighter turns. Now we're here on the runway. I will put up game volume again for you so you can hear how this plane sounds while taking off. So I'll be back in a minute. And we'll do it from the cockpit first. Okay, here we going. We are at 127, like 150 we can do V1. Yeah, we can start rotating. Yeah, I'm a little bit off center now. I got a tiny bit distracted. Oh, we got like a fire truck on the runway. That shouldn't be there. Now you need to be careful while taking this off because you can have the tail strike super easily. Let's look at the landing gear action. I love the landing gear with the 777 like this. It's just beautiful. Look at how it retracts. Look at how smooth it goes. Smooth those flaps up as well. Look, one goes first than the other. That's interesting. Okay, I put down game volume for you guys again. Yeah, I tried to show you the landing gear on the bottom. I forgot that the game sound was up, but this is our beautiful 777F from PMDG. Guys, if you have not bought any of the PMDG products yet, they're very high quality. They're very good, very nice to fly, very stable, like very realistic as well. Look at how everything moves and behaves. Even like the speed breaks up in the air, deployed differently than on the ground. This the sequence of them also like is very nicely done. Like, one moves up after the other. The first three move and these go a little bit slower. So very nicely done by PMDG. And like, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? If you have not bought any of the PMDG 777 products or any PMDG product at all, I would say get the 737-600 as your 737 because that's the cheaper one. and get the 900, so you can have the best experience of the 737s. If you want the 777, honestly, right? If you don't care about the passenger cabin, if you don't care about this, like passengers literally, if you just want a 777 experience for a good price, I would say the 777F is the way to go. If you want like to do passenger ops and you want a little bit more realism and more livery options for you, I would say stick with the 777-300. The 200 can be nice as well when it releases, because it's practically the same as this one we have in front of us. That's the 777F. So it might be easier to land and all, but the 777-300, my friends, gives the best experience overall with landing and taking off, because it's heavier, it's bigger, it's something more unusual in the sim than we have. The 777F though, if you're on a budget and you really want to fly a 777 and you're like, I don't care, I want the cheapest one. Oh, this is not a bad one, my friends. You will have a lot of fun with it. It will definitely not let you down. It gives you the same experience. You have the same engines in the end as well. Only thing is it's a little bit smaller, a tiny bit, not even that much noticeable. And it's a lot easier to land this beautiful plane as well. Like, we can try to show you while we're filming anyways. Let's let's turn around quickly. Like, you can feel the heft while flying this beautiful bird as well. It's not small, my friends. Don't underestimate it. It's heavy. It's sluggish. It's a little bit better than the 777-300 though in the air somehow. It's easier to roll around with this on the ground as well. Like maneuvering on the ground, taxiing and all. It's tiny bit easier because it's shorter. But it's a good plane. I would say good plane. I would recommend it. I wouldn't say like it sucks or anything like that. No, it's functional. It's beautiful. It behaves nicely. It sounds nice. You got the 777 cockpit in the end as well. I If I remember correctly, there are like a few tiny differences up top regarding the buttons and stuff, because it's a cargo variant. It doesn't have all the things from the passenger one. But those are the things that you don't really use or notice, like if you just fly around for fun and like flies from point A to point B, and you don't care too much about uh, ultimate realism or passenger ops and name it. Yeah, man, this works. This works. It won't let you down. You will have a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed 777-300. I did like a shitload of flights with that one, and I'm still doing a lot of flights with it. I can't deny it. But since the Inibuilds A350 is released, I have switched over to that one a little bit more. It's because of the hype as well, right? By the way, we're going way too fast for that runway. I'm not gonna do the same mistake as I did with the A350 video. Let's move over to runway, I think 36 right. And we can turn around again and line it up. And we're going very fast as well. I think we should disengage out of throttle. Let's move flaps down as well and gear down as well to slow her down, because we cannot land this fast. And that's one thing that I like about PMDG a little bit more than indie builds at the moment. Their planes feel a lot heavier, feel more difficult to fly. It requires a lot more skill compared to the A350 or any indie builds plane. Even the A300 from indie builds, it's very good. I have nothing to complain about it. It it feels amazing. It handles nicely, but one minor gripe I have with it. Oops, I will definitely not be able to land. I'm going way too fast. We're going like 240 knots, and we're way too close here. Okay, gonna realign with that other runway over there. And let's drop full flaps. Yeah, this is not my best landing, not my best flight, guys. I honestly just decided on the moment that I wanted to land here again. So bear with me. And keep in mind that due to the weight and due to the way this plane is designed, like, you are required to land a bit faster than generally you would with other planes, with like smaller A320s or 737s. So it will require a lot more speed. You will require longer runways. Keep that in mind. Also with the 777-300, you require longer runways to land with these planes because they're not small planes. They're heavy planes. I think they weigh like 90 tons or something like that. And even loaded up, they could be a lot more heavier. Okay, let's try the butter it, but I don't think this will be a butter. I came in very bad. Yeah, that was a very bad landing. Bear with me, my friends. That's not normally how I land these planes, but just for demonstrational purposes, you know, to show you the reverse thrust, to show you the flaps, the slats, everything, the spoilers as well. But anyways, we tried. We did our best with the situation we had. The approach was horrible as well. But guys, this is a good plane. It will definitely not disappoint you. You will have a lot of fun with it. I would say give it a chance. If you don't have any of them, buy this one just for the fact that it's cheaper, or wait for the 200 and see how much it will cost. If it's like around the same price point as this one, I would say get the 200 because you will have a little bit more liberty with the and freedom with the liveries. It will have a lot more liveries compared to this one. This generally has the cargo liveries, but if you're into those kind of flights, you know, you don't care about the passenger ups and the passenger liveries, name it. It's a good plane. You will have the same amount of fun. Nothing will change. Only the types of flights you might be able to do. But anyways, guys, I would say get this plane. Don't hesitate. If you have a friend that has it, ask ask if you can try it out. You will definitely not be disappointed. But my friends, that's it for the Flying Turk for this review for the 777F. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.